The leader of this venture looks the part, and many an English sea dog could have envied George Hinchliffe's beard as he signed the official documents prior to departure. For this was to be no leisurely trip with time no object. This was to be a record-breaking run, 10,500 miles against the clock, officially timed by the Royal Automobile Club of South Africa and crossing some of the toughest country in the world. Across the Kentish Downs lies Lymm Aerodrome, the first objective. A childishly easy run, a prelude, almost a mockery. And there the car was driven aboard the big air freighter for the quick trip across the channel. Eventually, the long, straight roads of France, wintry with ice and snow, but still a joy in a fast car. Africa, the largest continent, the dark continent, to be crossed from north to south along the 9,000 miles of desert and jungle track and mountain pass, which is called the Hoggar Route. The Sahara, over 2,000 miles of thirsty wasteland. Across the Tropic of Cancer, the scrubland, and into the eternal jungles of the equator. Easting across the continent, where even the place names weave their own magic. The Rhodesias, and into the great territory of the Union. The hard way to the Cape of Good Hope. But as the travelers press on into the wilderness, the desert strikes back. The crusted sand softens, and the wheels spin uselessly in this arid quagmire. Inevitably, this is the result. Not once, but many, many times. And then out come the rolls of wire sand mats. But once the car has stopped axle deep, digging and jacking are the only way to get free. The guidebooks describe this country as a sea of stones. Well, it may be a suitable sea for the ships of the desert, but to the modern motor car, these mountains on the trail to Arak ensure a rough crossing. But the blessing of water already provided some tricky hazards. At least in these temperatures, it doesn't take long to dry the engine off. Getting the heavy car aboard contrivances like this called for a lot of skill, but the Humber was designed with lots of clearance for just such emergencies. Here the party were joined by a platoon of sepoys, and these chaps know too the hardships the forests hold in store. And so, on again, south from the Congo, and in good heart despite it all. Africa certainly offers a wide variety of tests. For miles on end, the way was deep in floodwater, and since the surface here consisted largely of tree trunks, the road was literally floating. By now, the party were barely holding Hinchliffe's schedule for the route. They had covered 7,000 miles. There were still more than 3,000 miles to go to their destination, and the need to make haste on this fantastic journey was uppermost in their tired minds. The rich, vast landscapes of the Union of South Africa, smiling a welcome to the final 1,300 miles of tarred road from Beitbridge. And this was their journey's end. At Shelmeck's house in Cape Town, the timekeepers were waiting. Their verdict, 13 days, 9 hours and 6 minutes for the 10,500 miles from London to Cape Town. A new record, a record of speed and endurance. A journey for adventurers only. A journey which won a place of honor on the scroll of modern achievement for 4 names: George Hinchliffe, Arthur Longman, Robbie Walshaw, and the Humber Super Snipe.